I'm Michelle Colby, co-founder of evoDOMUS.
I'm Alex Colby, co-founder of evoDOMUS. We are a design-build company based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Our main goal is sustainability, which means we want healthy and, where possible, recycled materials, but most importantly, energy efficiency.
Every home we do is custom designed, which means we meet with a new client, we gather information, their wishes for the new home, and then we design from a hand sketch all the way up to a 3D computer model. We have a modular construction method, which means we build large room cells that are pretty much finished inside and ship them to the construction site where they get assembled with a big crane. Today, we are here with our clients, Brad and Mary Jo, who dream of building their perfect retirement home with us. Our clients came all the way from Connecticut to our headquarters here in Cleveland to pick out materials and finishes for their new house in North Carolina.
First of all, I think it's really neat to be in a different place for us. So, coming to Cleveland, it's sort of neutral ground. So you're not there, you're not in your house, and you get to sort of see what the aesthetic is that you've been thinking about. So you can touch and feel it, which I think is a really cool thing and a really unique opportunity. And it's also different than what you would do if you visited a house. You're seeing loads of different kinds of materials. I didn't realize it until we actually walked in the door how impactful and fun that is and what a difference it makes.
Yeah.
So this is the actual unit in the basement.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the heat pump.
Got
That's
it.
the condenser.
Got it.
So the condenser we put on the
Yeah, let's look at that.
Right next to your bedroom, I would say.
yeah.
Where the-
Well, yeah.
I'd like, well,
Actually,
well, it's a good question though, is how loud is it?
And that sells, I can tell you that. That sells like hot cakes. So people can actually see their building, they see their house before it's even built, while we're still in the design stage.
Yeah.
it's going to and the inspections and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's like a big process. But once we get the approvals for the modules, that is the most time-consuming part.
Mm-hmm.
Usually.
It was exactly what I expected. We plowed through the stuff. I think it was very informative, give and take. We scaled out on some different subjects and brought them right back in to the objective so that we're not forgetting anything in relationship to the whole timeline of the whole project.
And actually, one thing I thought was really important is that Michelle and Alexander, but mostly Michelle, had spent a lot of time sort of thinking about what the choices were that we might be presented with, but they weren't presented as, I think you ought to do this. There was, I really felt like we made every decision. And so from that perspective, I thought was really terrific.
Yeah.
That's something that I really need from everybody is buy-in. It's one thing for me to present you with what I think would be good, but I want you really to know and understand why I came to that conclusion and let you know you can definitely go with anything. But it's just that extra information as to why certain things are here.
And I think one of the things that actually appeals to me about this whole process is that there are so many choices you can make, and so the choices have sort of been curated for us so that we're not having to slog through things that we would never want to consider just to get to the thing that might work and think about what you might miss. And so I really like that idea, and having designed a house for myself before, I know what the alternative is. So I think that I'm really excited about that piece of it.
So the property is located in western North Carolina. It's Hot Springs. It's about 45 minutes northwest of Asheville, close proximity to the town of Hot Springs, where there's whitewater rafting, kayaking, trout fishing, and festivals every other week. I think in building in a remote location, in our analysis says, okay, we're going to be the people that we met, say Asheville. They're so busy currently, both commercial and residential, so the price per square foot started rocketing, and as a bean counter who's watching a budget, that you're bringing in all these subs, they have to drive an hour one way, they're all gonna be charging premiums. So now we have an opportunity and a choice to put that premium into something within the house that we're gonna use on a daily basis.
So the first floor level
Yeah, it's
will
all
be
flat.
like where the driveway disappears down,
Yep.
right? That kind of that level.
Alexander, from that pin
This
to
drops
pin
down.
is like
This is a
4
knee wall.
feet.
This is a lower.
Yeah.
That pin.
I'm jacked. Things are moving along good. You know, I think the postponement and the COVID actually worked to our advantage to get more team synergy.
I think that Brad makes a good point about the team. We were really careful about building a good team when we started this project. So I think, you know, it's coming together good. It's taken a while, but it's getting there.
Great. You definitely have to have that machine that we mentioned.
Those are right.
Yeah, some
Tracks.
some appropriate
Ideally.
piece of
How-
equipment.
So they're not going to be able to get up
He's
there,
gonna-
up the driveway?
I don't think the trucks are going to be able to get up that driveway.
I really like the idea of building the house in a controlled environment. Yeah, I think you get a lot more value for your dollar.
Right.
So you're getting, you know, you might be paying the same amount of money, but you're getting better quality. And so for me as an architect, that's a really important thing, because I know what it's like to work on a construction site and how miserable that can be, you know. So those things I think are really important. And I think this idea of being a pioneer and trying new things, this is a new kind of way to build in the United States for sure. And I find that really exciting. The other thing to think about too, as we think about sort of the quality of life and work for the people who are actually building the house. Imagine that, you know, they get to work in an environment that's safer, that's cleaner, that's warmer, that's more humane. So I think that there's so many things that sort of say this is a really good idea.
The moment has finally come to start construction. This part was a real nail-biter because the truck carrying a 40,000-pound module of the house was turning on a tight curve with a steep incline. Glad it all worked out in the end. And voila, we finished the assembly in just one day.
I was really interested in high efficiency, using new materials, new techniques, new concepts to drive towards a more efficient house so that we're using it and enjoying it, bringing the outdoors in, but really kind of treating ourselves in retirement and saying, you know, hey, we worked really hard and this is state of the art for us, state of the art for the application.
We're glad to have been part of making Brad and Mary Jo's dream home come to life. Now on to the next one.